Welcome to Deadly Dames, and this is the first part of the Cheap and Nasty movie review. So this was an idea that I came up with a couple of videos ago, where I wanted to start reviewing movies which I got for really, really cheap. So pound shop pickups, computer exchange pickups, like charity shop finds, boot sale finds, stuff like that. Movies that I paid hardly any money for and did a blind buy with, just to see if that movie was cheap and nasty or cheap and cheerful. And this is the first one. So this was a pound shop pickup, as I said, I got a couple of months ago. To be fair, as soon as I seen Monster Hunter, I thought it was people hunting monsters, but it's actually the other way around. It's monster hunting. It looked very similar to Troll Hunters, the cover, and that's what made me interested, because I really like Troll Hunters. So the cover is so deceiving, because although the monster does kind of, when you finally get to see it, look like the creature on the front, this cover gives it no justice. The movie is nothing like the cover makes it out to be. It kind of makes it look like it's going to be cheesy with really, really bad CGI, really, really bad acting, and a storyline that doesn't make any sense. But I was actually pleasantly surprised by this movie. It is a bit of a slow burn, I'm not going to lie with that, but it was actually a pretty good film. So basically, Monster Hunter is about this small town in the mountains, I'm guessing, because I don't really tell you 100% where it is. The setting just kind of makes you think that. And it starts off with a whole load of loggers cutting down trees, and then they get attacked. Then it jumps to the sleepy town, and you've got the sheriff, and straight away you know that something's happened to the sheriff that's making him sad and depressed, and obviously he's struggling to cope with life. And you've got the deputy who's just moved from New York to this town because he had been shot in New York and he wanted to go away from the hustle and the bustle of the big city. And strange things start to happen in the town. So they wake up in the strange, like, footprints that had been staring in all the windows. Animals start to go missing. Animals start to freak out, and like birds fly. Not north, I think it's south they go, which is obviously totally out of season, and birds don't do that. And they discover that there's like this mythical legend of creatures from the guy that works in the bar, believe it or not, who actually turns out to be the actor from Stakeland. And I really liked him in Stakeland, and he was okay in this as well. And the whole way through this movie, I kept thinking I knew the deputy. I was like, this guy looks so familiar. And then I realised that it was Lucas Hands. He was a kid that was in Lady in White and a whole load of movies when he was a little kid. He looks exactly the same as an adult, and that's the reason why I was like, I recognise this guy. But the story, you start to find out a little bit about the sheriff's background, that him and his wife lost a child, but they still do love each other. They're just struggling with the grief, and they've got their other son who's struggling to try and move on with life as well, and you actually genuinely do care for these characters, and it's very well acted. So it was not what I put the movie on expecting. When I put it on thinking like I was going to watch like Sand Sharks or Ice Sharks or some crap like that, which is funny but still crap. They use the monster really well in this movie, because right until the end you don't really get to see the monster. You get to see shadows in the background, or you get to see some practical effects with feet. There isn't a lot of killings in it, but the killings that do take place, they kind of suit they fit into the movie. As I said, it is a bit of a slow burn. A lot of it's to do with like the sheriff and his human emotions, and him not wanting to believe that these creatures are real. And then they sort of realise that because the loggers went into the forest, that they cut down where these creatures were living and disrupted them, and that's why they've decided to come out into the town and attack people, because people attacked their home. I really liked like the idea. There was scenes where like there was hoofs, and then they realised that the hoofs are actually split into three, and you realise that's actually because the animal, like, well, you see its claws here, like it walks like this and then takes its claws out like that. I really liked that. I love that it builds up to the ending where they're all hiding inside the church, and that's when you actually do get to see the creature. Now, don't get me wrong, when you get to see the creature, it isn't the best CGI, but it's also not the worst CGI, and because it's done at night time and it's darkly lit, you actually can forgive a lot of the faults with it. The creature itself kind of looked like the Hunter from Resident Evil. I thought it was okay. I thought it was a decent enough creature. The ending itself was a little bit predictable, because Claire and I, we watched this together as well, and again, as I said, she's working, so she's not here to do this review, but she also said with me, that guessed with me straight away the ending, and I won't say it, I won't spoil it, but it was a little bit predictable. It left it open to, could there be a sequel? Is that maybe what they were hoping for? All in all, I probably wouldn't watch Monster Hunter again. Once you kind of know the story and what's going to happen, you probably wouldn't watch it again. But I would definitely recommend it to somebody if you see it in your local pound shop, because it is worth £1. So it's probably worth a couple of quid more than that. I really did actually enjoy this movie. I was pleasantly, if I can say it, surprised by how good it was and how well acted it was. And obviously a lot of heart and soul went into making this movie, because you can tell the people that made it took it really seriously and thought a lot about what they were doing. But yeah, I actually really enjoyed Monster Hunter, and it was only after watching it I realised that it's the monster that's a hunter. It's not the monster getting hunted. And I liked that. I liked that sort of play on the title. I do think the cover doesn't give it justice, and don't judge this movie by that crappy cover. Pick it up, give it a go and watch it, see what you think. As I said, it is a bit of a slow burn, so don't expect blood and guts everywhere. It has got a decent storyline in there, and it's well acted, and I like the practical effects that's in it and the way that they kind of keep the monster hidden until the end. But yeah, for the very first cheap and nasty or cheap and cheerful segment, I would say this is a cheap and cheerful. This is a non-regrettable purchase. Generally, when you do a blind buy these days, 9 times out of 10, the movie is rubbish. But in this lucky occasion, I have blind buyed a cheap movie which was actually very good, and one I would definitely recommend. So as always, if you've seen it, let me know what you think below. I do love to hear what other people think about movies as well. And thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and take care.